Hi, I am Yishin. The topic we are going to record this time is who would you marry? What kind of personality would he have? Now please calm down and choose from the following 1, 2, 3 group rankings. The set of cards you sense the strongest. Let's take a look together at the first group of friends coming in. The first group of cards of friends. Let's have a look together. First, besides the friends of the first set of cards, I actually feel a feeling that is not particularly happy and joyful from these cards. We can actually feel it in these Tower cards. In the end, you have to pay to marry this person. With many such sacrifices, even you will naturally have some contradictions in your family. That is to say, your marriage with him may not receive the blessings of your parents or relatives and friends at the beginning. At that stage, you will feel neither happy nor joyful, including your marriage after the wedding. You might still have a period of unhappiness. Conflicts can easily arise between the two of you. If it's not enough, the other party may not be able to understand your emotions to some extent, so it leads to a lack of communication between you two. If you're kind-hearted, you can feel that even though you two can't be separated, as the time goes by, you can both gain something from the appetizer. For example, you are not particularly bad in material conditions, but you may feel some emptiness spiritually. From another perspective, you will work hard for this. This person pays a lot, and the other's character is relatively dominant. It was okay at the beginning, but later in life, he may have some conflicts with you in terms of ideas, and is not very good at caring and taking care of others. He says he is a person who is quite generous economically in this regard. Without overly restricting that other aspect of yours, it can create something for you. A small family, but this kind of small family may be comfortable in this environment and uncomfortable outside of it. So here's a suggestion for everyone. That is, when you really decide to live with someone in the future, you must be serious and cautious. Make sure this person can develop. The person you want to marry and your family, parents, if they come into conflict, try to avoid it. It's about having a more gentle and harmonious way to communicate, to avoid conflicts with your parents or elders. Because of you, this will be problematic. If the two of you are entangled to the point of being indissoluble, you will actually regret it when you look back. Well, that's the first group's analysis. Let's take a look at the second group of friends. For this group of card buddies, let's check it out together. Firstly, for those who drew the second set of cards, your earth and air elements are relatively heavy, so you can randomly draw a card from Magical, Flow Processing, or Libra Gemini. And our Pisces, these zodiac signs are possible. Let's see who you might marry. First of all, in this health current affairs, we can feel that if you marry this person, his brain is actually quite clever. He is better at thinking, but sometimes he can be impulsive. After being impulsive, he might want to do whatever comes to mind. After he finishes, he will think back. So when you meet him, his mind is not particularly mature, but we can see it at this time. Whether it's our new coin 9 or new coin 10, many symbols mean that the other party, to some extent, will still have this kind of solid and stable, but sometimes if it's too heavy, it will affect his judgment on the amount, and there will be some obstacles. In the whole layout, some fire elements are lacking, indicating that your relationship will lack action in the future. Maybe the other party is not particularly good at talking or expressing his liking for you, so there will still be some contradictions when you two get along. This kind of conflict is more reflected in the communication between the two people, and your thoughts and decisions on the unit in the input. Looking at it from another angle, when the two of you come together actually, there won't be much family conflict. Apart from the family being their own original family, both parents will still fully support such a creation. If we look at this deep cup of wine, it shows that sometimes this person can be a bit self-centered in love. My advice is that both of you, in the context of the deep wine, should communicate more in the future, and then solve the problem in a softer way when encountering problems. Don't be too stubborn in getting along. I believe in this way, your feelings can be better. Breakthrough in the future is the analysis of the second group. Let's take a look at the third friend. Let's first take a look at the third group of friends who have just arrived. First of all, know that the person your friend will marry in the future will have a strong desire for control and will be a more capable person. He is relatively diligent and steady in his work, like this new B8 in this face card. He must be sharp and intense in his work, and he has a certain degree of creativity. He doesn't let you live a flat life. If he is at work, he definitely wants to start his own business or open his own company. He is very directional and purposeful. In life, he wishes to take a control in the reform revolution and the security. He tends to hold his opinions and thoughts, so he is a person with a strong desire for control. However, it cannot be denied that the ability of the other party is quite good. The person you are going to marry in the future, he can give you the feeling you want in life. Then he belongs to the soul star. These are all possible, but you need to be aware of the appearance of a third party after your marriage, because the other party is actually a person who is more likely to have peach blossoms, and his ability is stronger and his desire is stronger, especially about. You need to pay attention to this aspect. It may not be easy to fill. You will need to reconcile more in the future marriage. On the other hand, it is still necessary to pay attention to the relationship between the two of you. Although there will be a convenience here, it just represents that your recent communication is okay. However, with the development of the other party's world and the time you spend together, the other party may be busy with his work. The compression of time spent together can affect your feelings. As long as you pay attention to this aspect, I believe your feelings can develop better. That's all right. The third analysis is over. I hope today's analysis helps you. See you next time.